What is up, guys? Shaggy68 here from Cold September, bringing you the finale of Cold September versus the War and Glory clan from the FPC. There's a lot of attack happening right now. I can't get into it. These guys are filling up the slots as soon as somebody goes in. Hey, Vascots, welcome to the stream again. Anyway, so scores at 111 to 107. We had a pretty big disadvantage Town Hall wise going into it. It was a random match, but they are another FPC clan, so they enabled us to kind of go into it and up a few things to try to level the playing field, but we were still at a pretty big disadvantage going in. And then we've choked here at the end. I choked on 2 attacks, and then we just had some bad deployments otherwise. So it was ours to take. We did a great job clearing their 9s. We had some 9s come up and show us what we needed to do on the Town Hall 10s because we had plenty of attacks left, but we were not able to capitalize on that simply because we did not do our part. Nonetheless, we've got Slash in now on their number 6 base. The only 2 bases that we have not 2 or 3 starred at this point is their number 6 and their number 1. We ended up using Fatty to take out their number 2, which was unexpected because our Town Hall 10s were struggling with it. And then we ended up having to put him on the number 1 for a safe 2-star. So that being said, Slash is going in our last Town Hall 10 attack on their number 6 to clear this one up for 2 stars. And then we've got to figure out what we're doing from here on out. I feel like a bit on this one I've kind of cost us the entire war, simply because I overcomplicated things. On my first attack, I took a Town Hall 10, the lowest one they had, and just didn't get the job done. My kill squad, I dropped the Barb King about 2 seconds too early, and when I did, he took a hike, and then my queen never got in on their queen, and it was just trouble from there. So definitely not something that I wanted to see happening in this particular war with things so close. And then on the second one, instead of just crushing the core with the Mass Witch, I went ahead and tried to do an Archer Queen walk, ultimately costing us. So I've been no help this war whatsoever. Our 10s did a better job than I did. Our 9s did a better job than I did. Kind of tough, but it is what it is when you get into these high wars. A lot of pressure. And when you go into it with the disadvantage, there's that added pressure of, can I get it done? So a little bit rough from my side, a little disappointed myself. Hey, Tullius, great war. You guys have done a phenomenal job over there. Much respect. And Captain Blackbeard, thanks for tuning in, sending the 500th and 1000th heart of the stream. So thank you very much for doing so. So current score, like I said, is 111 to 108. They still have my base, which is untouched at this point. It's the final base they haven't touched. They've got a Town Hall 9 they can add a +1 with, a little bit lower. They've had to do some bully attacks, but they had plenty of attacks to be able to do so that were extra. The real difference, because that kind of evened it out because our 9s did such a good job, is that their 11s have done a phenomenal job 3-starring 10s. So, much respect to them for what they've accomplished there. We knew going into it from both sides that it wasn't an even match, and it really didn't matter. I mean, I would face these guys any day of the week over a random farming match or something even worse. So I'm not really particularly upset from that side. I know that they're not, so it is what it is. If we decide we want an even match after the fact, then we can go in and arrange one. It's not a big deal. They're great people, and I call them friends. So that being said, plenty of opportunities to come in the future between the clans. Hey, Parrot, thank you very much for that. And Sergeant Mac. Hey, Moa, how are you, buddy? And Rod, good to see you. So let's get stats updated here, since we're kind of running out of time. I'm going to try to keep it in between replays. These guys are filling the final slots pretty quickly when the raids go in. We had the same issue at the very beginning of war. Basically, everybody was just dying to get into these replays when they're live. So everybody, if you happen to be on the stream, please don't be in the attack. What's up, Tabar? Good to see you again. Ken, what's up, buddy? JP Snipe, the man, the myth, the legend, the leader of War and Glory, phenomenal dude, and just absolutely phenomenal job by your team. So great job, man. What is up, Kitty Carly? Thanks for tuning in at work. John, my man. John is my brother from another mother. He just doesn't know it yet. He's probably the kindest person that you'll ever find in Clash of Clans. Clash of the West, thank you very much. Thanks. Nice to see you again, buddy. And Austin, hey man. Zontra, nice to see you again, and hello to WHF. So we've got 57 minutes remaining, 108 to 111. We have 2 attacks remaining, in which case we can add a +3 technically there, which I mean that's going to be kind of unrealistic. It's a pretty hefty base. So we're going to say it's a +2. We're going to call it a +2 for safe measure. And then realistically, we have nothing but Town Hall 10s that we can add on otherwise. In theory, we should have already added +5. But I botched 2 attacks. Aaron had a fail to 3, but he did 3-star another base. Ayn had a fail to 3. It is what it is. So +2 and then +1 if we're successful in the next 2 attacks, which will bring us to 111. These guys have the win. It's theirs to take if they want it. 5 attacks left. They've still got to hit my base. I know they're going to hit it, so that's kind of obvious. It's impossible for them to fail 5 times on a 10.5. So they're gonna come out with the win unless just something crazy happens and they forget that my base exists. So it is what it is. Great war all the way around, and there's been some amazing attacks on each side. So pretty stoked to see what's come out of this war as a whole. JP, Alex, Tabar, thank you guys for the follows. Ange, I don't even know how to pronounce that, but hey man, how are you? Another co-leader from War and Glory, another super cool dude, and much respect and love to him. Austin, thanks for the 5,000th heart. Clover Lang, I'm showing your attack right now. That's awesome. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I know, right, Ma? I don't know what's up into me. Last war, I pulled 5 stars, no issues. Before I went to Town Hall 11, I had somebody let me play on their Town Hall 11 account. And, I was crushing it. I just overcomplicated my attacks for no reason this particular war. And it didn't make sense. When I botched my kill squad on the first one, it was done. Like, I just said, forget about it. I started throwing troops all over the screen and just said, whatever. And then when I got into the second one, it was stupidity. I mean, simple core, mass witch, nothing crazy, but instead I decided to do an Archer Queen walk. What am I thinking? Lux, what is up, man? King James, Clan King James in the house. Crazy Nuker, welcome to the stream and thank you. You're coming for me next, Clever Lang? Don't do that. Don't come at me. I didn't do anything to you. Leave my base alone. That was Minnie you attacked, Thunderlips. What is it? Shenanigans! Hey there! Great war, awesome attack on your first one, buddy. I know you had to bully down on the second one, but the first one was just sick. It's been a lot of fun all the way throughout. When you go into wars like this, it's understood that you're getting to face somebody with a like mindset. You're getting the time to share, kind of with the action, and you know that you can conversate about it in a respectful manner. You're not going to have any, bad blood or anything like that. So I mean, it is what it is. The disadvantage was there. I'm just glad you guys searched when you did. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks, Garrett, and very, very much appreciate it. Much respect to War and Glory and the Cold September team for all of their efforts throughout the war. I said King James. It's King Jeffrey's the clan for Wuxia Tiger Paw. I don't know where I got James from. I guess I'm biblical today, or I think that's biblical. I don't even know. Medieval at least. Antonia says, great attack, Clubber, and I absolutely agree. Alright, so there's that one. We're going to go through the 10s that were 3-starred on each side. And then we'll just do some random non-replays as we go through. This is XBHL in on Notorious's base. This one was probably my most troubling to swallow. Watch how the Archer Queen takes out the 3rd air defense. It absolutely is crazy to see what health is left on this young lady as she's taking out the air defense in the end. Pretty remarkable stuff. So the one went down with a Quake Zap. Kill squad goes in basically from the north. The tanks roll in to take out the Archer Queen and the air defense. I think the Inferno might drop also. Fabby, thanks for the follow. Absolutely, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. CTHAEH. I don't know how you want it pronounced, but yes, I hope that we do. Alright, so check out the Archer Queen here, guys. She's going down to nothing. Ability gets popped. Boom, there it goes. Pups drop. Expo down. Gold storage down. Look at her health here. When she steps over, the cannon's going to lock her. Cannon locks. Boom. Last shot off before it goes down. So 3 air defenses taken out before the air portion of this raid even starts. Phenomenal job. XBHL is an absolute beast. By this attack, yes, it was. It killed me to see 3 air defenses down before the kill squad was over. It was just the Queen. If she had had more health, I wouldn't have cared. But man, she had so little. It's like, just leave that one last shot. If that last shot wouldn't have happened, this would not have been a 3-star, I don't think. It could have. There was one more hound, but I don't know. It would have been very close. You don't think he expected to get it? That's why he brought the 3rd hound. Yeah, that makes sense. It was just crazy luck, but when it dropped, I was like, yep, this one's over. Potitato, thanks for the follow. Maybe I got that one right. That one's a little easier to pronounce, I think. So for those of you that missed it, because I came into this war at the last hour to do the stream just because of other stuff going on. I did stream last night from about 2 a.m. to about 4 a.m. So most of the attacks, at least from the Cold September side, are on there. I did show the Town Hall 10 triples that they already had. And maybe 1 or 2 of their other Town Hall 10 raids. But the idea was just to get something going, to build a little bit of hype for what was coming today. And I just happened to have gotten the opportunity to get back on. Later, Kitty Carly. Good to see you again. Not Kappa Gaming, thank you for sharing the stream. JD Clash, thanks for the follow. And hi there, D-Manias. Do not, Clubber, look, don't leave the stream. You don't have to attack me. Just leave it alone. We'll call this base the handicap. We'll just call it the handicap, and we'll let it ride. Y'all clear that 9, do some 3-star attempts on the other ones, and just don't triple it, because I don't want to have to make too many adjustments again. I'm going through the struggle after Jake from One Hive made the video on my other base, which was, I get why he did it. But man, I spent a month and a half making that base, and it had never been 3-starred. And then boom, all of a sudden, there it went. So here's Shenanigans in on Notorious. This is another War and Glory Town Hall 10 triple. This one is a 10 on a 10, so there's no Grand Warden here. Check out how Shenanigans gets it done, and then we'll hop over and show what Cold September's done. What do you mean, Pro Demanius? I'm not sure what you mean there. Also, good luck, Plover. To be respectful, good luck. I just hope that you fail. Or that you just decide to forget to attack the base. Like maybe your iPad dies or your phone dies. Good luck with it, though. I'm just kidding. You're just the warm-up for XB? Ugh. I dread it. Hey, Roman. There are, Moab. Give me just a moment when I swap to the Cold September side. There's a Town Hall 10 Hog Attack. I believe it was Aaron that did that one. So I'd have to double check as we roll through them, but I think it was Aaron that did that one. It was a random match, JD. So basically, Cold September and War and Glory are both part of the FPC, which is just the fair play community. It's where we go to arrange wars with clans of like mindsets. We share a thread on GroupMe, and we also share the forums, coldseptember.net, and the Bindle Hash fair play community. However, because there's a live attack, let's see if I can get there. All right, we're in on Fatty on their number 1. This should be a 2-star attempt, but we share a community already, and in doing so, we had been searching for an hour, and because over an hour, and just goofing around because I knew 4 other FPC clans had matches that all finished at about the same time. So I went into the chat and was like, guys, we're searching with 40 this time. We've been running for over an hour. Please somebody do a search. And come to find out, they had hit the search button during that time. And we were fortunate enough to match up. I think they searched for like 15 minutes and maybe 17 minutes is what they said. And we were running on about an hour and a half when we matched up. So super thankful that it is what it is. Now the reason... I guess if that tells you anything, I'm not sure if you know how search works, but with search, it basically, the longer that it runs, the wider the parameters become that it requires to match 2 clans. So this particular war, for whatever reason, the code that started it put in my mini account, which is a horrible 8.5. But it really doesn't affect us because I'm really good with air attacks. So at least at a Town Hall 9 level. So that being said, it was put in, so it made the match really skewed because we had a few 11s, we had a few 10.5s, we had 10s in, we had a bunch of 9s, and one 8.5. And so they hit the button, and coming into it, they searched with 40, but I think they had 3 Town Hall 11s to our 2, and then they had 2 10.5s or 3 10.5s to our 2. Maybe it was 4 to 2, 4 to 3. I don't remember. Anyway, they had a few more 10s in it also, and no 8.5. 8.5 is not even something that Cold September as a whole, as a clan, accepts anymore. So that one happened to be there just because I knew I would end up streaming, or actually I streamed the most recent war, didn't remove it, was going to remove it, and then it got put into war. So they hit the button, we matched up, and even with a difference of town halls, we've made it just an absolutely awesome war through and through. Alright, so he's definitely got a 2-star. He's not going to get the 3. The Warden's going to drop here unless he makes a big jump and those Skellies can do something to that Expo. Nope. Alright, so it's down to Witches, and there is a Tesla there at the end. As you all know, those things shoot pretty quickly. I'm only seeing 2 Witches up, so I'm going to call this an impossible 3-star. Pretty close, but just not enough to make it happen, unfortunately. So great job, Fatty, for pulling an 85% on their number 1. Unfortunately, because of the star difference, I don't think that's going to get us close enough, because all they've got to do is put anything here and clean that Town Hall 9, and then they've got the win. So we gave our side up by having a bunch of Town Hall 11s on 10s not be successful. I was 2 of those attacks. No idea, RB the Rooster. RB the Rooster wants to know if Circles is an old Lost Phoenix Clan person. Taco says the overall weight was almost identical, which is highly possible. I haven't paid any attention to that. It was just a difference offensively, I think. I mean, defensively, I wasn't really concerned with it, but we made the most of the war that we could, and at the end, we've choked. The war ended up pretty close because they were kind enough to give us a little room to bump some things up. Like we had Fatty drop the Eagle, we had Austin go ahead and finish his Town Hall to 10 because he was already working that way and he dropped Infernos. So by the time war started, it was relatively close. It wasn't a huge disadvantage, so don't let me overplay that. We lost or we're losing because we didn't perform in the end. So, that's on Cold September. That has nothing to do with War and Glory. Our 9s did our part, our 11s didn't, and I'm one of those problems. SDA, thanks for the follow. What is up? Brian Van. Good to see you, man. I would say a long time no see, but we talk, all the time. So, still good to see you. Here's that hog attack, moi. Let's get into it here. Definitely a good attack by Fatty for 85% on a pretty well leveled Town Hall 11. And FNK, what is up in Kara Heroes? We should have tag team matches, mixed clans versus another 2 members. What? Oh, yeah, that would be kind of funny. Now I'm with you. It took me a minute for that to sink in. All right, Taco says Circles is an old LP guy. Been with them for a long time, though. Alex, thanks for the follow. Garrett says Cold September beasted the 9s. They actually underperformed a little bit. They did a phenomenal job early, and then we hit a rut. And because we hit that rut, it kind of hurt a little bit as far as what we had for scouts. But on that same note, they did well enough for us to get some scouts in. We simply just we didn't do what we needed to with them. Again, it comes down to the 11 game at this point, and our 11s have not performed. Huh, that's strange, Brian, but thanks for downloading it and hopping online. Clover says we're an alliance tournament. We've talked about that, and we've basically shut that down unless we did it all mixed, because from the FPC standpoint, it being a community, we don't want somebody to feel that they're better than somebody else. Moss says the Cold September 9s are awesome. I don't disagree. Look how close this one gets here. Hogs are going to drop at the Archer Tower. Queen's going to work her way south, and the Queen finally makes her way all the way around the base back to that Wizard Tower with a couple of Wizards to support her. AIM did not get a 6-star war. He failed a 3-star attempt on their number 8, and he still has the final attack remaining in the war. AIM hit a little bit of a rut compared to how consistent he was as a 10 once he got to 11. I did the same thing when I went from 8 to 9 and then from 9 to 10. It basically just, when you added a spell, it changed everything. You added, like when I added witches for Town Hall 9, it was like fireworks going off on the base. I had no idea what was happening. Green everywhere, spells everywhere. It got to me. Maw says they were one of the only clans to outperform our 9s in war, and that's comparing to the One Hive 9s. TTC, what is up? I did not see that you were the first in North America, but you did tell me last time, which is outstanding. Congratulations on that. Taco says props to our 9. Best performance against theirs that they've ever seen. Alright, so next up is just Austin on the 10.5. We didn't have any other successes so far. This is the first war in 3 or 4 that we haven't had like 4 to 5 Town Hall 10 triples, and it's like we all just choked at the same time. Apples takes army of potatoes to kill evil apples. Alrighty. What is up, Corey? Hell of a war is right, man. It's been amazing. It's been a nail biter on and on. And, you know, you guys have done your jobs definitely at the top. We have not. So, you know, no matter what all things says in the end, you guys earned this win because, I mean, we made you work for it, but you've definitely earned it as a clan. So much respect to you guys. The top of your map has done a phenomenal job. Normally, I pride ourselves on the top end of our attacking. But this war, we just didn't have it in us. I mean, that's the bottom line. I don't know what happened or why. We changed our strategy just a little bit because we've seen so many Town Hall 9 attacks remaining at the midpoint or 3/4 of the way through war. So we backed our 10s and 11s down a little bit and said, you know, hey, let's get 9s cleared and then go from there. And in doing so, in theory, the more scouts is a positive thing. But we botched it because, for whatever reason, we thought it would be a cakewalk for us to roll over bases. And since I've hit Town Hall 10.5, I haven't really had to do much besides Mass Witch. And had huge success with it. But I tried to mix it up this time for no reason. And ultimately, it cost, you know, my 2 attacks at least. I will do my very best, Ma. That means that War and Glory has to let me catch it, because I know when they say somebody's going in, they're quick to get into those live replays. So if they'll let me in, I'll be in. Hey, Bexy. See us have an arranged war this weekend. Yes and no. I'm waiting on confirmation. Whatever the other clan wants or doesn't, I mean, it's going to come down to them. Corey says that our Town Hall 9 scared him because there were so many fresh triples. I don't recall what it was, but here's the stats on screen. Let me go to the 9s. Beer Me is a 9, and it looks like he hit a cleanup and a Town Hall 10. Love Niners didn't have a fresh. Mr. Song had 1 fresh 3-star and 1 cleanup 3-star. Colin had a fresh 3-star. Austin had a fresh 3-star. Ace had a fresh 3-star. Dan G had a cleanup. Quan had a fresh 3-star. Mutant had a cleanup. Blind Spot had 2 cleanups. Gom had 1 cleanup. Morgs found no success. R3 had 2 cleanups. Wes had a cleanup. Trey Boys had no successes, but he hit Town Hall 10s for scouts. Bex had a fresh 3-star. K Wheezy or Queasy had clean up. Pala had a fresh. Matt had 2 fresh. Caspa had a fresh. Ross had a 99% on a fresh. Bless his heart. B-Muse had a couple of cleanups. He's 6-star club as usual. Miku had a fresh. And then I had a fresh with the Javin account. Thought I had 2, but my stupid kill squad couldn't go inside with my baby heroes enough to get it. That Tesla pop, or those 2 Teslas pop, and killed my golem, so the baby queen couldn't get far enough in. Hey, Sean. Yes, it is, but a great one at that. Is it possible to win by percent? No, not really. I mean, they would virtually have to not clear my base and not clear the 1-9 they haven't cleared yet. So they still have GOM to, where'd it go? Well, I just saw it. There it is. They still have our number 3 that they can attack on a star. So they're going to +3 at least. I suspect they're going to throw a couple more Town Hall 10 triples on the board, to be honest with you. It was before I attacked, we had a chance at winning. And after I attacked, and then a couple of other 11s attacked and were unsuccessful, it basically killed the chances. Shenanigans says that XBHL is on the prowl. Tell them to attack the 9. They need to attack the 9 and clear it up. What's up, Toothless? Welcome back to the stream. Hamil, thanks for the follow. Hey, Joshi. I don't know how to pronounce that, but fake Josh. 2.0 Josh. Or Joshy 2.0 is what I was trying to say. I guess 2.0 meant the other reference too. What is up, Flores? Yeah, Toothless, it's not a nice job. They're going to clear me. I'm going to show a Town Hall 9 attack in the interim. 32 minutes remain with 6 attacks to be used. 5 from their side, 1 from us. So I'm just going to show this one to keep from staring at a war screen. Bexy, did you defend against a 10? Vin's about to attack me. Alright, well then I'll get back over there to it. Thanks for that, Taco. Alright, waiting for a live, guys. Army of troops are of a 9. Thank you guys for that, Corey and Taco and Wes. I am in. Vincent is in on my base. I believe Vincent pulled a 3-star early too. Let me look. No, Vincent wasn't the one I was thinking about. I guess I was thinking of Shenanigans. So, first hit on my base. Vincent's going in. 3-star attempt, in theory. Mass switch, or go wee-wee. I'm just a 10.5. No eagle defense. Let's see what happens, what plays out here. Looks like a lot of things try to run the course, but those jumps are going to draw them back to the core, so very nicely funneled there. A little bit of a late funnel, basically. Hero's going to take out the Inferno. The Grand Warden was dropped with the Witches to protect them. Good call there. Pups are in on the Witches, and there's not a lot there that's really shooting towards air. The Poison took out some of the stuff. Queen's going outside, so that hurts a bit. Double Bomb takes out some Witches. Queen went back to core, so she's going to get the Town Hall. Infernos are going to get dropped by the King and the Queen here. Okay, so looking good for a 3-star. Big Bomb takes out a number of troops there, including the Witches. It's going to come down to heroes, and I don't think there's enough. They don't have enough health left on the Warden and the King to be able to pull this one off. Great try, Vincent, and pretty well uncovered the entire base, so should be an easy cleanup for them here at the end. Gonna get the attacks updated on the screen here. Let's see. 30 and 33 is still correct on the triples. And I love when you're on stream and a little gnat decides to fly by your head constantly. Alright, let's hop back over and show an attack. Actually, let's show one of theirs. Let's see if I can find something I didn't get to show last night. That was a bully attack. Let's see. Bully attack. Let's find one that isn't. Bully attack. There's a 9 on a 9. Let's show Scotty taking care of Mr. Song. This is a War and Glory attack. $51 people in stream. Thanks for tuning in. 8,800 hearts in 30 minutes. Thank you guys for those. And 232 views so far. Potitato is rocking the stars more than anybody at 534. Thank you for those. Which one? I don't think you did, Toothless. I don't think I showed any of their 9s last night. I might have. Their 9s attack. Show Miles' first attack. Alright, no problem. What number did they attack, Shenanigans? Oh, live. Let's see if I can get there if they haven't boxed me out already. Oh, this is a bully attack. Big bully here on GOM. They're number 8, Town Hall 10, in on GOM. So this is going to be a +1 for them with no issues. It's alright, Corey. We redo bases anyway, so it's not going to make a big difference. And a casual war will hold tight, and then we'll get caught up on them before our next ranged. We basically never reuse a base, or at least not for a long time. Halamikar Varka from Warlord of, what is that, Cart Hodge and Hannibal's dad. Nice to see you and nice to meet you. Thanks for tuning in. I ask the same question every time a 10 bullies a 9. Why would they not use air? The whole meta for Town Hall 9 right now is air, so for a 10 not to go in on it's kind of questionable. John says props on the bases. Cold September, best I've seen in a while. Thanks for that, John. Our 9s spend days building bases as a group. Thanks for sending the 10,000th heart, Bexy, and to everybody who's shared them. That little gnat is going to drive me crazy. All right, so let's see what happens. The King's going to take out the Tesla farm with no issues. 18 hogs remaining. The cannon is locked by the golems and the wizard tower, so they're going to drop a couple of hogs here to take out those defenses while they're locked and pop a big bomb. I can't remember if this base had a double set or not. The jump's a little questionable. Wes says Town Hall 9 meta shmeta. Go Veho for the win. Yeah, I guess. But it realistically is easiest by air at this point. Miriam, yes I am. Mary Man, I always say it wrong the first time. I am back, and thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I know that we use all hogs in the top 9s. Look, hogs haven't changed, and thanks for sharing, Mary Man, the stream with your followers. So yes, Town Hall 9 hogs are still predominant. But realistically, with the addition of the 30 seconds and the addition of the extra dark spell from the CC, the meta says and screams use air. Unfortunately, it just doesn't always happen. So GOM defended against Greg here. So that is not a +1 for them. And that is one more attack they have to use down to clear up the 9s. Can you invent an attack? Sure. It just probably wouldn't be a good one. Yes, Moi, you did fresh hit our bases for 6 stars. I remember that specifically. So 24 minutes remain. From the War and Glory side, let me know before somebody goes live. Aim's not one to announce. He likes to kind of go in quietly. So he doesn't announce when he's going in. So just let me know when that's happening. I'm going to look, see if I can find Miles' first attack. That was requested. I got to find where it is, though. Maybe I'm lost here. I don't even see a Miles. There it is. Alright, so Miles 29 on mat 31. Oop, and I passed it. Little mat. Here we go. By special request, Miles in on Matt's base. That little gnat is right here in front of me. Hey, I got it. There we go. We don't have life. We can't get to 113. They've won statistically because our 11s didn't do their jobs. Who was asking about FPC? War and Glory and Cold September are both Fair Play community members, FPC members. No, we can't win. We're negative 2 stars, and they have more attacks to be had. They can +1 on the 11 with no issues. Hitman Forge, thanks for sharing the stream, and Trap Deluxe, thanks for the follow. What is up, Dark Night Shadows, and Deuce Biggs. Welcome to the stream, guys. Absolutely great attack from Miles here. Overkill in this base. Queen's basically at full health with ability here. Apples asked, can you make a war against another famous YouTuber? I'm not sure what you're referring to, Apples. We've warred One Hive, we've warred WHF Clan, so Jake and Powerbang. We've warred against portions of the Emphatic Elite family, which is clashing with Maddie. They're all friends, so I'm not sure exactly what you're asking, but yeah, we'd warn anybody that's fair play. Koki, thanks for the follow. What is up, everyone? All 53 of you for being here and being awesome. Oh, there's a live coming. Thank you for that, Corey. Where's it coming at? Do you know? Oh, and John from Warwells. We've warred John from Warwells. Thank you for that, John. My mistake. Can't forget John. John's my hero. He wears a cape every day, everywhere he goes. There was one coming. 20 minutes remain. So, it's going to be unique to see here. This is a Town Hall 11 on 10 triple attempt. 16 level 3 witches. 16 with a Grand Warden and a ton of Dark Elixir allocated to this base. They have opened up 2 sections of the base with Earthquake spells. That leaves 1 Jump Steal and a Rage. This is going to be a unique attack for sure. So many witches. Alright, so that's a Bar King, some minions. I'm sorry, not a Bar King. What am I talking about? There's some giants and some minions and a witch that popped out of that skelly, that CC. I find it kind of cool that there's like no spells besides 1 rage. I mean, everything else just opened up the base like it didn't have walls. So jump spell down right beside or between the earthquake spells to get the town hall down sooner. The earthquake opened that compartment. Maybe they shouldn't want to track back. It's going to be so many skellies, it's not going to matter unless a big bomb vaporizes all the witches. Tito, thanks for the follow. Space loves his witches. That's all I've been using since I got to 10.5, and this war I changed that like a moron. I haven't been using 16. I think the most I've allocated to any raid's been like 10 or 12. Yeah, you like a BK in your CC. Me too. I don't know where in the world that came from. William Portillo, thank you for the follow. So, this one's not going to be a 3-star. This is not going to be a plus on anything for them. Motionless Gamer, thanks for tuning in. All the witches found their death in the core of the base, and there's a couple of skellies running around the outside. It'll pick up some percentages, but the whole kill squad is down on this one. So, the base is going to withstand the test of time, at least for this one. That was just so many witches. I mean, when you can potentially hit 1 big bomb and end a raid, it's like, ouch. That's just not what you want. Dilp, thanks for the follow. We still have life. We still can't win. We've done it to ourselves. They've done a great job. we could have made it a lot more competitive for them at the end had we done our part. Let's see, that's going to push them down to, I believe, 2 attacks. Showing 77 on the board, and this one's going down. It'll count off in just a minute. So I'm dropping them down to 2. We have 1 remaining. The 3-star count's going to be the same. It's still going to be 30 to 33, and it looks like, depending on what they do with their final 2 attacks, they should be adding on to about 114, 115 is where they end. And depending on what Ain does, he'll bring us to 111, or we'll stick at 110. So not too shabby of a war from our side. But the top killed us entirely. We kept it super competitive throughout, and then this last, say, 2 hours, we basically threw the war by not being successful with our Town Hall 11s. Scruffy, thanks for sharing the stream, and thanks for following. Taco said 1 second late on the Grand Warden ability. I missed that, so that's probably all it was. Thanks for that, Apples. I definitely see a CS and War and Glory rematch if they let us. No, it was not in a range. It was a random match. We've been searching for about an hour and a half by the time we matched. Ain in on their number 11, doing probably what I should have done. He's going to go Lalo. All right. Let's see what happens here. I don't even know if Ain's got level 3 witches yet. He might. Yeah, he's got them now. I don't know why he's going this route. He's very good with air, so hopefully this plays out. No, Toothless, I will not show any raids that are disrespectful to an attacker, bud. Alright, so Ain got an air defense down. He's going to continue walking the base. He's got a few wall breakers, so I'm assuming he's going to try to get in on the next air defense. Yeah. As soon as that cannon locked, he dropped some more some wall breakers to push him into that next air defense. It is locked on to the healers at this point, and they're going to die before he gets it down because the storage is going to slow it down, and the Barb King's potentially going to slow it down even more. Tesla pops. Grand Warden and Kill Squad in the south. Going to take out an air defense, the Queen, maybe the single Inferno, I'm not sure. Barb King down, 3rd air defense down, Lalo coming in from the east. Quick with getting loons out, and that's what it takes. There were a number of traps there that were uncovered from my attack, but it was just absolutely junk attack. Not going to get the single Inferno, but it doesn't really hurt anything with a loon raid, so no big deal there. Ain's got the 3-star, so we're going to end this war at 111 for Cold September. Wish we could have all been had that success as 11s. Great job to Ain. I love when an attack ends and the Archer Queen's still at full health. That's my favorite thing about the Archer Queen walk. Yeah, definitely an unneeded rage at the beginning. Brian says MVP ability from the Warden. Agreed there, 100%. Ain is a fair play god. I will agree with that one 100% too. Alright, so that tallies up all of the Cold September attacks and triples, guys. So we're up to 31 triples for the war. And then we're down to no attacks. So everything from this point forward is just what they have coming to tackle on stars. Phenomenal war for Gore and Glory. Phenomenal job by the Cold September 9s. Some of the 10s did a great job. It strictly came down to us 11s, me being probably the biggest issue because both Aaron had a successful attack, Fatty's done his job, Ain did his job, but I did nothing to add to this war. So that being said, it makes it a lot tougher. When you take a Town Hall 11 attack with one of the higher wardens in the clan, and you don't do your job, then you've basically screwed everyone. I think Ain's up to a level 13 Grand Warden. Let's see what Aaron pushed his to. His is at 9. Fatty jumped to 20, and then I gemmed mine to level 15 right off the bat. And I would have went to 20 if it wouldn't have been for me having to upgrade storages. I just couldn't justify gemming storages completed. Much respect to War and Glory, guys. Love you guys, and hopefully we can arrange it another time. Yeah, Shenanigans, you're right. Level 1 Infernos. But then again, I didn't do it. I botched it, so, you know, is what it is. Alright. Clubber is in on King Aaron, the number 2 base. Looks like he's going for a Town Hall 11 triple attempt. Ballsy, and I love it. I'm pretty upset about it, Ryan. I'll be honest. Why is Don not in war? Medical things going on with the family. Thanks for the live notification, Corey and Shenanigans. Good morning, Morgan. Morgan in Australia, who should probably be at school right now. Keep belts away from Shag. At Town Hall 11, you're going to see primarily witch attacks. Since Town Hall 10 has no exclusive troops to it, a lot of the 10s have moved or are moving to Town Hall 11. The only troop level that you get from going from Town Hall 10 to 11 is witches. So, you know, they want us to be grounded pound. That's what apparently Supercell wants, and the witches, even though they nerfed them, are still pretty overpowered, or at least spot on if you overload the base a little bit. So, you know, that being said, it's what everybody's using. As much as I hate to say, you know, we go through, as top tier clans, we go through as Town Hall 9s and Town Hall 10s, and we bust ass to create compositions, to do hybrid attacks, to do all of these special things to make for you know, great bases and great attacks by breaking down bases by compartment or quadrant. And, you know, then you get to Town Hall 11 and boom, you get to use Go Wee Wee that you learned early at Town Hall 9. Good job. That's all I can say. It is what it is. Thanks for sharing the stream there, Morgan. It's holidays, Shaggy, screw you. Alright, fine, Morgan. I'm going to call your mother and tell her you said something ugly, though. Be respectful to your elders. Alright, so we still have witches up. Not going to be a 3-star attack, though. Good try, Clobber. I forgot it was summer. My bad. It's winter here. I don't think about you guys down there except when you tell me. Yeah, Kazu, my attacks are done. All the Cold September attacks are now done. We can't win this one. We could have if we would have stayed on point, but you know, they could still add +1 or +2 if they would have continued through the end of war, looking for stars. This is more of a practice attack, I think, than anything. Alright, so good job, Clobber. 77% on a Town Hall 11. Later, Joshy. Alright, let's get stats updated. 8 minutes remain, so not gonna go into a replay here. Don't want to miss the final. And the final is XBHL, which had a fresh 3-star on Notorious. So let's see what he does here. Oh God, my base, get off me! Slash is looking pretty. Tell him to hit slash. Did I say clobber? Clubber. My bad. XBHL might lose 2 stars. There's still hope. I think even on percentage, we wouldn't have got it this time. Yeah, see, they're at 95.65%. We were going for 3s and not going, hey, if it comes down to percentage, you know, we need to make sure our 10s are getting 80+% like we did last war against Reddit Omega. So a little different strategy this time for us. We basically told the 9s to get all their attacks in early, and then we were going to adjust our 10s up and our 11s down, but we had some 10s fell on 11s. We had some 11s fell on 10s, not failed, but fell to 3-star, and it hurt pretty bad. Apple says spam the hearts. 55 people on stream, 343 views. Apples is at 2,000 hearts. Thank you for that. Bexy at 1,000. Austin at almost 700. Thank you guys. Hey, nice to meet you, me want, and goodbye. Guys, I don't know if how familiar you are with me as a streamer, but I don't take any shit. So, keep your random dirty comments that are completely vulgar to yourself, or go call your mother and tell them, because I don't care for them in the stream. Sorry, I'd rather have less viewers and rude people out of here or graphic people out of here. Hey Gus, thanks for the follow. 6 minutes remain. We're holding tight for the final attack. Bubble Bird, thanks for the follow. Thanks to everybody that's on that has shared the stream with other viewers. Much appreciated from there, and hopefully I can repay that favor. What's the meaning behind Shaggy 68? You're too young to hear the story, Morgan. It is probably above PG-13. Oh wow, okay, so War and Glory keeps the clan chat clean. That's interesting. I can't say that about Cold September. Our members are epically adults. I'm just not going to put up with it on a public space. We're all friends and we all act like adults. I'm just not going to tolerate it on stream when there may be kids that are 12 and under for somebody to come in and be grotesque. Clover is close, but not exact. And Scooby was not taken. That had nothing to do with it. Alright, 4 minutes remaining. 5 minutes, right under 5. Mr. Lover. Yeah, slightly different. I don't think it's even the word, John. We're pretty bad in our private chats. Most of the clan has been with us like 3 months to almost 2 years, depending on who it is. We have separate chats. So basically, we have a war chat, and that's literally all that it is. We have an announcement chat, which is like just clan mail extensions where the co's or the council members are allowed to post only. But then we have the clan chat. And, even though our actual in-game chat stays pretty busy because we're a 24/7 clan, because we're about 50% North America and about 50% worldwide. Okay, so it's about 24/7 that the chat runs, but the group me chat that we have that's for the clan only, it literally never stops. And, we try to keep it relatively clean, but I would say it's at least NC-17 at any given point. Morgan says us acting like jokes, like adults is a funny joke. Thanks for that, John. John says both clans have great atmospheres. We're just too vulgar, I think. Too many F-bombs dropping in the clan chat most of the time. And I'm one of the contributing members, probably. Bex is the game chat moderator. Alright, here we go. Shirley, 3 minutes remain. He's studying my base for a potential 3-star attempt. They're going to leave 1-9 uncleared simply because they don't have to have it. There's no sense in doing that when they can get practice in on another base. I I believe the breakdown was that we went into this with negative 2 town halls. So for us to walk away with -2 or -3 triples is completely understandable, and it's exactly the way that it should fall. When you have two clans that are pretty well equal, attack-wise, ability-wise, and strategy-wise, people that know what they're doing, that's the way any war should go. If you have an advantage, you should win by just that much, and that shows you that War and Glory and Cold September are pretty well toe-to-toe, and I hope that we get the opportunity to do this again in the future. If you follow my streams regularly, you know that I'm in it for the competition more than the win. Like, I'm competitive. I want to win every war, but realistically, you know, if we get a matchup like this and we lose and it's this close, I could care less, because I would rather lose one of these wars than face a clan that's not fair play, or face a farming clan, you know, and everybody, you know, in that group just not know what they're doing or have bad bases, and we learn nothing from it. You know, we learn from each and every one of these wars and gain experience from them to make us better in the end. XB is going to practice on number 40, yeah. Nice. All right, here's the final attacker war. XB is in on my base. 11 level 3 witches, level 9 warden. Ground and pound on my 10.5 base. Archer Queen walk coming. I hope to goodness it's not a 3-star, because I am so tired of changing bases since the One High video came out. Alright, Earthquake spell to push the kill squad up to the core. Allow the witches to go in. Open the very, very center compartment. The Queen's going to keep some life. She'll probably push in from where she is, though. I don't know if she's going to make the walk around if she doesn't hurry up. Gonna have to wait. You need a wizard down. Alright, she made the walk. Funneling in nicely. Looking good so far. Everything's in the core. Freeze down at the proper time. Healers are still up. The Inferno Tower is gonna drop right afterward. Golems pop the first double bomb set. I assume Skelly's got the other one. Healers are still up. Queen is safe from the Inferno as it stands. Pups pop. They're gonna drop some golems here. Potentially some witches. They're in a really odd spot. Alright, so the next Inferno is down. Potential 3-star. Here it comes. Last jump down. There's a mortar off in the corners, which could cause some issues for the witches. Looks like we're running a little low on those. Queen still has ability and almost full health. 1 minute and 37 seconds remain. There's not going to be enough to clean up here. So the base is going to defend one more time. Nice try, XP. Great war and glory, and I thank you so much for putting forth the effort you guys did to make it an awesome war. We loved you before going into the war. We love you more after, and much respect to every one of you guys. Clever says Shaggy's base was a good base, a friendly base. May it rest in peace. Nice. No, Brian, I'm going to do my expos and probably the mortars and cannons before I do them. I waited on those. So there's the finish, guys. Let me hop back to the very final there. 111 to 113. Win goes to War and Glory. Congratulations for the win. You guys did a phenomenal job and deserve it. We definitely love you for doing the war with us. Here's the final stat breakdown, guys. And then we'll go through a few more replays because I missed a lot last night. Pesky little brother must have taken his tablet. So that's the stats there. J-God, they did not 3-star GOM. They had a few 9 attacks on it, and then at least one Town Hall 10 bully that did not find success. Let's see here. 4 defenses from GOM. and the Town Hall 10 being the last one was unsuccessful. So they could have plus one easily. It could have been 114 to 111, but it was better for them at this point once you have the win to get some practice in. So, great job from them. Here's Clever's 3-star one more time on Bolt. Good night, Brian. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Good to see you, as always. Brian there represented Emphatic Elite before he retired and was part of the heart and soul of that team. One of my best friends in the game outside of the Cold September family. Also, another FPC clan. You can't watch that enough. I don't mind sharing it because from my side, I just want, I want to give respect where it's due. What is up, Night Owl? Good to see you again. Revenge AS, thanks for the follow. MGO, thank you for that. Later, Power. Morgan made his base in 20 minutes and it defended 4 times. Remind me if I'm ever in Australia to smack you around a little bit, since I'll be out of there before the laws can apply to me. Hey, before everybody dances out, if they're dancing out, Apples, thanks for the 3K hearts, Bexy for the 2K, and Morgan for the almost 1,000. I probably missed some already since we're at 16, almost 17,000 for the stream, and we're holding at about 50 members right now. I'm going to show replays, so if you want to see some stuff, I'm going to put some stuff up here just to get a little more of that out, guys. Of course, Town Hall 10 or 11 on 10 triples is very, very nice. So I want to show those first on both sides, and then I'll dance around some Town Hall 9 attacks for a few minutes. Thanks for that, Moi, and I look forward to it as well. I'm not bitter about it, so make sure that everybody understands that when I'm talking about a Town Hall disadvantage, it's not in any way bitter. They did a great job. We did everything we could to plan. We just weren't successful executing. And again, I could care less as long as we're rewarding clans like this if we have a disadvantage. We made them earn it still, and they did a phenomenal job. So don't let me misplay that in any form or misconstrue it. Like I said, I would rather lose a war like this than to win one or 1,000 against farming clans. Those are pointless, and I would quit the game if I didn't have an option to arrange with people. Scotty's attack, if he got a 3-star, I believe he did. Let me double check that. Jake10978, thanks for the follow. You're streaming as well, like right now. Wes says that here's a Gove Drago on 34 was nice. I'll get that in. Let me get Scotty's attack, and then I'll try to get Wes's attack in. Alright, I'm going to speed this one up because it's all clean up from here. Thanks for that, Bex. I'm sure that would make for a nice beating. Alright, so let me find Scotty. They asked for Scotty's attack. Let's see if we can find it here. I'm going to show the fresh one on number 13, Mr. Song. Actually, no, I may have shown that one already. Yeah, I know I did. So let me find the other one. Was it higher? There it is. Here's the second one by Scotty. I showed the first one on Mr. Song's base earlier. Agario Rules, thank you for the share. 1,573 people. Say something in chat so I can follow you back, please. Zed Boss, thanks for the follow. Scotty is definitely a beast. He did a great job on Mr. Song's base. I'm not sure if I've seen this one yet. Earthquake to open up the center. Valks to core. Hogs from there. I wonder if I can follow from the viewership. Let's see if it'll let me. No, it won't. Gario Rules, say something in chat for me, buddy. I want to follow you back for that one. Thanks for the follow, 8EN34TD, what is that, FTDF something, and Derp. Thanks for the follows. Hello. No problem, Revenge. I don't mind showing awesome attacks any day. I don't care whose team they're on. Boss, Z Broy's Boss. You have to apply at the website, coldseptember.com, and go through trials to find out if you can get in. Thank you for that, Agario. Agario says, everybody follow me and get me to 1,000 viewers. Much appreciated for that. No, we don't have any clans that hold Town Hall 7s at this point. Not our sibling clan, not Cold September. We only do Town Hall 9 and above, and the weight has to be pretty high. 67K for a Town Hall 9 in Sept, and 69K base weight for a Town Hall 9 in Cold September. Both have to have heroes higher than 20. Whatever, Night Owl. Try to ask me for a reshare or a host for you, depending on what platform I see that you swap back to. Hey there, Shake and Bake. So Scotty basically took out everything here, pushing down from the north side into the core. Hogs took out the entire south side of the base. And it's just all cleanup from here. 42 seconds remaining in the replay. I'm going to speed it up a little bit so we can get through a few more of these before I call the stream and end. Whatever, Morgs. I do not beat children. You was with Scotty in Mental Martyrs and was just accepted to War and Glory, but it's full, so you got to wait and can't watch the replays. Ah. Alright, so Wes wanted to see his attack on 34 on the stream. Here we go. Cold September attack this time, guys. Wes representing in on Rod. There is a builder hut in the north, but I'm going to zoom in enough to where we can get a good view of the attack. I knew she was there, Night Owl, and it wasn't the first. Apparently she's logged on to one of ours, but didn't say a word. Smolico, thank you for the war, and wishing you all the best as well. Oh, okay, you're Chloe from War and Glory. That's awesome. You have some of the oddest names. You guys did a great job, and much respect to you for rocking it over there. Archer Queen walk in on this one for Wes before opening up the core here. From BHL on 8. Yeah, happily, BHL. BHL fanboy, I love it. What is up, King Greg? Thanks for tuning in. What are we talking about, Zed Boss? Morgan, you're too young to host with anybody. Chill out. Morgan is the youngest member in Cold September. We actually have 3 people that are a little bit younger than the majority of the group. Morgs being one of them, Scar, and who's the other one? Austin. Austin, I think, is the oldest of those 3. Valks are life, Revenge says. Hey, BHL fanboy, thanks for the follow. Couldn't get away from the iPad the whole 24 hours. One of the best wars we've ever had. Great attacks, guys. Same to you guys. You know, the level of competition that you get into in these type of wars is amazing. And we've definitely had a ton of fun with it. For a random matchup, it doesn't get better. I can't wait to see when we decide that it's time for us all to go back at it again together. I love it. I love you guys to death. You're a great group, and you know, overall, it's just always a pleasure, you know, talking to anybody from War and Glory. Very respectful and just a great group. Apple says this isn't the place to flirt with people. Who's flirting? Oh, ruining Vex this time. All right, going to speed this one up. Town Hall and Storage remaining with the Queen ability at the end. Great job, Wes. And then we wanted to see the attack on 8. So let me jump over and show that for BHL's attack. I've shown this one a few times, but here it is one more, guys. By special request. No, they don't, Morgs. I don't think I've ever heard your voice, Morgan. I think that we need to get on Discord at some point so I can give you crap in real life, not just through the game. Hey, King Greg. Thanks for tuning in. We just finished the war with War and Glory. They came out victorious by 2 stars. Great war on their part. It was a random matchup. There were some mismatches in the war, but we did all we could to even it up, and in the end, it really wasn't that big of a difference. They did a great job, executed properly at the top, and we didn't, and they won. So huge respect to those guys. No, J-God, I will not show the attacks on Gom again because his base defended 4 attacks, and one of which was a bully. I'm not going to show it again. It's earlier in the archive if you want to rewatch everything from the stream, but realistically, you know, I'm not going to give it more exposure in case he does decide he just wants to tweak it and move some things around and reuse it again. We don't really reuse bases, but you know, if he decides he just wants to put a few tweaks in, then I'm going to give him the benefit of not just blasting it all over the place. You went on Discord once and I was there, so you was intimidated. I don't know what that's about. I'm like the nicest guy in the world, Morgs. Why would you be intimidated? Hey, Diago, thanks for the follow. What are we up to viewer-wise? I'm interested to know. I just been overall with the profile. Not with how many people's in. I can see that easily. Ooh, 1,000 followers exactly. That is awesome. Thank you all for the follows. Very, very nice. I didn't catch that earlier when Agario said how close I was. I knew I was over 900, but man, that just nailed it right on the spot. So thanks for being the 1,000th follower, Diago. Let me give you a follow back just for good taste there, Diago. I'm going to pull that up and screenshot it. It would be Max Live too. Gonna owe him a well, actually I don't. He didn't share last night. What am I looking for here? I am gonna hop over to his stream at some point and check him out. Thanks for the follow there, Cody. Give me a follow back just for good taste there, Diago. Oh, I've got the stream up on my phone. Screenshot it. See if I can turn that down. I just wanted to show my profile, but apparently it goes straight to it. I want a screenshot. Oh well. I'll get it later. Stoked about it anyway. Alright, let's get another replay here. Anybody got an attack that they wanted to see? Best 11, Monster Claw, and Kowick, thanks for the follows. Hey Shaggy, Eric from War and Glory here. Thanks for the awesome war. Eric, thank you. You guys have done an amazing job, and we love you to death. Does he win a base review? He could. He could have a base review for being the 1,000th follower. Who do we want to show here? Trying to think about what attack did what. This was a pretty dope replay, if it's the right one. Shaggyception. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. The voice version of Inception, guys, happening on stream. Should have put that in the title. This was a shattered Goho on this one. I don't think there was 3 golems. Looks like 2 to me. May have been 3. Bex is 33, I believe. I almost said 34, but I think that's how old I am, so. The Night Owl says if you have to ask how old she is, you're too old, or she's too old for you. That's probably true. All right, Zed, I gotta warn you because everybody is not pleased with your questioning, so I have to give you a warning. The next one's gonna be a 5-minute ban. Anything explicit gives you the total ban. I'm not overly worried about it because I know Bex and I know she can handle herself. Chief Avalon, thanks for the follow and for sharing the stream with your 3,357 viewers. Very much appreciated. Meet on 16 next. Stream needs more Town Hall 9 Laloon. I'll be happy to show it. It's a 5-minute timeout, just because I don't want any drama in the thread itself. So there's no sense in allowing that to happen. I thought that you had just turned 33, Bex, but that's why I said I almost said 34, and then it dawned on me that that's my age, not yours. And I didn't think that mattered. All right, what attack was it? On number 16. Here you go. Still can't pronounce your name. Don't have a clue what to call you, so I'm going to call you CT. And here is a Lalo attack. A Quake Zap Lalo from War and Glory. Hey again, Chief Avalon. Hey Erica, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for the follow to you and Cam. Oh, is that your brother there, Zed? Or is that just your second account? Ah, he's only 14. That could explain a little bit. Vex is 33 going on 23. How does it break down? How is it supposed to be pronounced, CT? Easy, Morgs. Zed, thanks for the follow. And hey again, Agario Rules. You kind of went quiet in chat, so didn't see that. Cam, thanks for the follow, for the share. So we're going through, guys. If you don't know me already, I'm Shaggy68, the leader of the Cold September clan family. We are one of the charter members of the FPC, which is a fair play arranged war community. The community itself is developed in a sense that anybody with any clan that just wants more from their searches for their clan, they want to bring a higher level of warring to the game for themselves, that they can go to the Bindle Hash Fair Play Community or to fairplaycommunity.net to sign up, to become part of the FPC, and to start arranging wars with people of like mindset. We are one of the charter members there, and we war clans like War and Glory, Warwells, North Members Family. We've warred Kara Heroes, One Hive 2.0, One Hive Invicta. I know I'm forgetting people at this point, but that being said, that's the arranged wars that we do week in and week out. Every single weekend. And fortunate enough for us, we were able to match War and Glory in the middle of the week. They had just finished an arranged war with Bada Bing Clan, which is also one of the members of the FPC. And they hit search after we've been searching for like an hour and a half. So, very thankful to their leadership for doing so. I kind of reached out to the FPC and said, please, anybody, just do a search. I'm tired of running search, and I don't want to go super mismatch. We did have a little bit of a mismatch, but realistically, it couldn't have been a better war. So, that being said, super thankful to those guys for doing what they did, and everybody working, from both sides to try to help even up the match a little bit. Show Ace in on their number 18. M Rainbow, thanks for the follow. All right, so CT says think. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the breakdown for that. I still can't enunciate that, CT. Thanks for explaining it, though. Cetholhu? I'm not sure. He uses that account and doesn't have an email. Nice. Everybody from Team Avalon is here. Thanks for tuning in. And Avalon, thanks for sharing that. Rainbow says spam the hearts. Thanks for doing so. Rosie, thanks for tuning in and following. The Bro, thanks for tuning in and following. What are we talking about? I'm not even seeing Hassan. I'm not sure what you're asking or saying there, Zed. No one reads Lovecraft. Alright, Ace in on Corey from War and Glory here, guys. Ace is one of our second round Town Hall 9 attackers. Super efficient at doing what he does. Alright, Avalon says, hope I can learn to 3-star Town Hall 11 from you guys, from you, Shaggy. Avalon, let's work on it together, buddy. Happily help. And, at any point that if I can, I'll try to drop by a stream. We can talk. We'll try to do some different things if you'd like that. I don't mind helping at all. That's been the foundation of Cold September from the very beginning. When I took over the clan 2 months after it was created, or a month after it was created, whenever it was, the idea of when we took we broke down the clan, decided we were going to be a war clan, a better clan, and then wars came out and we decided we were going to be a war clan. We held the foundation of people helping one another, and if I can help with it, I'll be happy to. No, Zed, I don't do base reviews, buddy. Not on a war stream. If I'm just doing like a farming stream or a chill stream, then I don't mind, but generally I don't do base reviews. What do I think about the guys from House of L? They're part of I believe it's part of the Clash Files family, I think. FTB, if I remember properly. I don't know apples. Thanks for the follow, Unicorn Lover, and for sharing the stream with your 58 followers. Ozzy, thanks for following. Much appreciated. Night Olsen says that we're talking about another arrange with Morning Sword at some point. Yes, he's working to help build out Morning Sword again so we can do it again. You used to be in Cold September, Father? What was your IGN, buddy? I remember 90% of the people that have came through, if they were there for any long amount of time. What's up, Simo? M Rainbow asks, Shaggy, what people do you take in clan if Town Hall 8, please accept me, I'm in crisis with attacks. We don't take any Town Hall 8s, Rainbow. Our lowest weight Town Hall 9 that we allow to come in for new recruits is a 69,000 base weight, which is pretty much a completely maxed Town Hall 9. With heroes no less than level 20 apiece. And actually, from that same note, Cold Sept, our second clan, is down to 1 Town Hall 8, and I don't think they're accepting anymore. Until we expand again, I think we're going to hold at 9s. Hey, Simo, and I'm great, buddy. How are you? Yeah, House of L is definitely a Fair Play War clan. I knew that already, and They were in a lot of those FPC events. I remember that. Do COC podcast. They're part of the Clash Files family, right? FT? Evocable Fawn. I remember you. And yes, unfortunately, you were. That was the reason that you were kicked. And I hope that all things have come around and things are better. Nice to see you again. Agreed, Simo. There are no losers when you get into these wars, especially when it's a random matchup, because, realistically, it's better than facing a crap farming clan. Somebody, and I say crap, I'm going to say it politely, a clan that doesn't even know how to 2-star, or a farming war clan that says, put your storages out, and, I'll put mine out. Myself, thanks for the 25,000th heart. DW, welcome back to the stream. Epic J is going to get me your group me. Who you talking to? Night? Oh, for Night Owl. Okay, cool. DW, we might at some point. I'm not in a rush for it because I don't want to divide leadership again. Thanks for that, Wes. See you, brother. Not both clans aren't full. Sept is almost full. Cold September is over full. There's about 62 accounts I counted of people that either are alternate accounts or moving in and out of the clan, depending on what's going on. Otherwise, okay, so Evocable, or Father 613, I know him by Evocable Fawn, is is a Town Hall 10 now and in LP3 Centaur, so a lost Phoenix clan. I'm not as familiar with Centaur as I am Chiron or Kronos. I know a couple of people of those, but other than that, I'm not real familiar with that group. Hope things are well over there. Okay, FT is from House of L. That's cool. TGF till yesterday. I'm not sure what that means. Am I going to make a new account? I have 4 accounts that were mine originally, and I have 2 accounts that were given to me. So no, I'm not making any more accounts. I don't play on anything but my main. Or if my mini gets stuck in a war like it did this one. So at my second lowest mini. Good night, Zed. Oh, the Goodfellas. Okay, now I'm with you, Jibbity Jab. That's a fun name to say, by the way, Jibbity Jab. Heart count, Morgan wants to know. We have Apples at 6,000 hearts, Morgan at 3,000, Bexy at 2K, Revenge AS at 1K, Zed at a K. Thank you guys for doing so. And obviously some people have hopped off the stream since war ended, so those dropped a little bit. Those people have dropped off. Father, thanks for following. FT, I think that we would be open to that. For sure, it's just a matter of time. I think both of our clans keep pretty solid schedules. Yeah, DW, it was close. A little bit of a Town Hall disadvantage by the time the war started. It was pretty drastic when the war matched, but it got pretty well cleared up. And, that being said, we did what we could with it. And we had the opportunity to win thanks to our 9s, but our 11s, myself mostly, didn't do their jobs. My main is a Town Hall 10.5 with a level 15 Grand Warden, which is the one that I'm streaming from. Everything else is Town Hall 9. Well, I take that back. I have a Town Hall 7 account still, but that just holds a clan open. What is Cold September's policy on 9.5? Do you guys just drop Infernos immediately now? Normally, no. CT basically and what was that? And I can't even say the name now. ANDGE, Anged, from your leader group and I were talking right after we matched, and we were at such a mismatch that, he said, hey, if you can even it up some, do so. So Austin went ahead and finished his Town Hall 9 to 10 because he was already going up, and dropped the Infernos just to try to even it up some. And in doing so, that's why he jumped straight to a 10. Normally a 9.5 in our clan will run for about 1 month, depending on how much they farm. I'm not giving one away apples. That would require me giving away Apple information or Android information, and I'm not doing that. It's all linked to personal stuff. See you, DW. Catch you next time, buddy. Take care. Oh, okay. Gotcha, CT. On 9.5s, we usually say get your golems to max, and then depending on what their attack style is, decide on whether or not to drop Infernos. Because the algorithm changed 3 months ago or so, we kind of quit loving 0.5s so much, and they make arranging wars pretty difficult to match. So that being said, once they get the golems up and potentially one other war troop, so if they're an air guy, they get the hound up, or if they're a hogger, they get their wizards up to complement their golems, something like that. Then at that point, they go ahead and drop the Infernos to level 1 and adjust from there. As far as 8.5 goes, we don't have any, and 10.5 is a little bit different, and I proved that with my base. I dropped Town Hall 11. I gemmed it to finish. I gemmed my Grand Warden to level 15 and my Witches to level 3. And I went up 1k in base weight. So, the 0.5 system works for right now with Town Hall 10.5. Alright, any other attacks from Warren Glory's attacks that you guys want to see, or even from the Cold September attacks? Anybody have anything in particular that they want to highlight? I'm going to show this one in the interim while I'm waiting for responses. Beer Me went in on a base that I think we hit 5 times previously with Town Hall 9s on this 9. And Beer Me is the top Town Hall 9 that we have. He finally went down and took it out. He was amazing initially when he had a Town Hall 9. Went to Town Hall 10 and eventually 11, and then ended up with a Town Hall 9 also. And took him about a week to get his groove back, and just been rocking since. Yeah, no. The only reason that it went only to 15 is because I refused to gem storages to finish. That was 4,000 gems to finish maxing the Grand Warden instead of just waiting 7 days. So in a week, basically, I should be jumping it up to 20 as well. Your war starts in an hour and 15 minutes. Good luck with it. Who'd you match? Evocable. Who did you match, buddy? I have 2 dogs, Apples, and no, you can't see either one. The miniature dog is out on the front porch getting some air, and the big dog is I wouldn't bring him in the house for anything. He makes it to the garage when it's too cold for him to be out, but past that, he is way too big and would break everything. Morgan says that I am a dog, so take that for what it's worth. speed this one up. All right, guys, I'm going to do, since it's died down a bit, Avalon says it's 11:50 p.m. here. Great stream. Good night and see you. Good night, Avalon. Message me. I think that we are connected. If I'm not mistaken, you're part of the Hero program as well. Message me on Slack, and I'll help out any way that I can, man. We'll connect on GroupMe or online, and then I'll help you out however I can. So I'm going to do about 2 more replays, guys. Then I'm going to hop out of the stream because I just hopped on because I wanted to get the very end of the war in. And, from that point, we'll go from there. Is there any particular one that you wanted to see right offhand from either clan? I'm happy to show any of them. The father says they're against the Chosen. I've never heard of them, but I'll check them out. Thanks again for sharing the stream, Avalon. No idea why it was so difficult. One of the things that Powerbang and I were talking about when we faced WHF is they had a base that they'd hit like 5 or 6 times, and sometimes it's just better to stop attacking the way the first attack, who was slightly unsuccessful, was to start with. You keep trying to replicate attacks, and as you're replicating attacks constantly, you lose sight of the idea that you can 3-star the base in a different manner, and those small little tweaks here and there sometimes make the attack worse. So sometimes it's better to back away, step away, and look at it from just a different angle, and that's what Beer Me did. What was your question, Apples? Remind me, I did answer it, but I don't remember what it was. I'm going to scroll up and take a look. Oh, do I have a dog? Yes, I have a dog. No, I'm not showing it. The miniature dog's on the front porch. The big dog I'm not bringing inside. Zcan, I am a 10.5. EJ, thanks for the follow. We crossed 1,000 viewers this stream. So thank you guys if you followed. I appreciate it. I stream, for those new people that are online right now, I stream high-level wars from the Fair Play community. The FPC, we were one of the charter members there with groups such as Warwells and War and Glory and Northern Members Family, One Hive 2.0. I'm missing like 6 clans that kind of started out early, but Bada Bing Clan, Mental Martyrs was there, Car Heroes was there at one time. A number of different clans. So we started this so that we could arrange wars like this one every single week if we wanted to, and to help put the Fair Play community into the spotlight, because realistically a lot of the other big streamers out there, they aren't Fair Play, and we wanted to be able to bring a spotlight to the players that bust their tails trying to learn these attacks outside of war to produce them inside of war at the highest level. And that being said, we just wanted people with like mindsets to hang out with. So that's kind of what I stream. I'm the leader of the Cold September family. I've been playing Clash for about 2 years, and I've been streaming for maybe 5 months now. I recently swapped over to Camcord about a month ago and have made their hero program recently as of this past week. Later, Hamil, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for that, Bex. And I stream 2 to 3 times a week. Usually on weekends would be a Saturday night and a Sunday afternoon. But if we get a random match like this one or our last one, which was against Reddit Omega, where we faced another top Fair Play War Clan, I'll stream it also during the week. So, multiple times. Zed, goodbye. Again. What a moron. He's gone now. I got it. On the upper streams, Camcord staff is usually in chat, so it's not really a need for moderators. And realistically, that's the first troll, if you will, that I have had on stream in 3 streams, I think. The community at Camcord is a lot better than the community at the other platform that I was streaming on. So no need for a bot to cancel people out. All right, so last one I'm going to replay here, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. This is Bemused in on Ryan777. If you're from War and Glory and you're on online still, thank you guys again for an awesome war. We really appreciate what you brought and what you've taught us throughout the war. If you're from Cold September, thanks for representing as always. You guys are phenomenal. You know that I love you. And, realistically, as much as everybody else loves their clans, I still genuinely, in the bottom of my heart, feel that Cold September has the absolute best team in the game, and it's based specifically on attitude more than skill. We mesh, we get along, we're friends, we talk outside the game, and we genuinely care about each other as a person. And when there's something that comes up with their family, it's our family, and that's a huge thing when people have spent this much time together. It really makes a difference in the clan. You grow together, you go through struggles together, and for everybody at Cold September, I love you and I appreciate you being with us. Yeah, I love that Night Owl. They're a great group, and Camcord to me is just doing it right. I mean, they're still a little bit early with some of the developments and things that are coming, but they're doing it right. They make a streamer want to be here. They make me want to be here. They're on point to ask any questions, troubleshoot anything that's found. And realistically, since I came to Camcord, I've had 2 issues. One, chat was posting, but it was duplicating messages, and the other one was something that nobody else would have ever noticed. So got them handled within about 10 minutes, and they're amazing. E-Money, thank you very much for that, and I can't wait till we do it again sometime. I believe you said you're Eric in game, and if that's the case, again, great war. Well, either way, great war. What is up, Cloud9? I like how you always show up when I'm ending a stream. That always makes me feel better to slam the door on you. I'm kidding, guys. Cloud9's a friend, so another one of my Aussie friends. I have to say Aussie because if I say Aussie, as an American would say it, I get mocked for it. RR for life, thanks for the follow. Paladin, you show up the last second. Show the one on 27. I'll show it just for you one time. Yeah, we're at 30K hearts. Thank you guys for pressing that button. I'm just playing Cloud9. You know that. I got nothing but love for you, man. It's not a political stream. I don't know how to respond to that. Camcord Sarah, good to see you. Look who is in chat. My hero is Camcord Sarah. Both of my times, I was just talking about it, and then boom, there she is. Camcord Sarah has been a savior. The only 2 times I've ever seen an issue, she was right here with me. And I love you for it, Sarah. You're awesome, and it's much appreciated. We're going to show Paladin's attack as well, because he showed up and randomly wanted to see it. YouTube is Scov, whatever that is. Thanks for the follow. Morgan, come on. Morgan bringing the American hate now all of a sudden. Because I said Aussie is by an American's voice called Aussie. I think I'd have to count Cloud9. We had 3 Town Hall 10 triples, and they had, I think it was 4 or 5. I guess it was 5 because they had a 2-star advantage at the end. They did have a Town Hall advantage going into the war. Apples, thanks for the follow, buddy. Apples is going to McDonald's. Great stream. Please follow back. Will do, Apples. Thanks again. Thanks again for tuning in, buddy. I see how it is, Morgan. I know what the proper one was. Hey, Ace. So Archer Queen Walk from the north on this one, guys. Looks like a Shattered with Witch kill squad, and then some Hogs just to accent the kill squad around the base. Paladin, was this a cleanup attack? I think it was. Night Owl says, love seeing the staff in streams, Sarah. Make streamers feel welcome, and I absolutely agree with that. I think you know my thoughts on that already. I've sent Sarah, I love Camcord. Thank you guys for being here. Messages many times. Probably going to end up being more before it's over with because they're awesome. She's going to be a cool job to get to hang out. In two cases, she's also one of the co-leaders in Clearly Confused, which is a Lost Phoenix related clan. I believe she leads about 5 clans. She's on Camcord constantly and streams herself. So talk about respect, or a busy schedule. It's crazy. Okay, so Paladin says this was her first hit. Well done, buddy. I didn't get a count of how many round 1 3-stars. I went through them earlier, but I didn't count how many round 1 3-stars our 9s had, but it was insane. I think for the first 12 hours of war, it may have been the first 10 hours when I went to bed. I think it was 12 though. We were running at about 62% 3-stars, I think, for round 1 hits for Town Hall 9s. I'm with Sarah. Way better. And she's totally not biased. Look, I wasn't biased when I came over. Honestly, I was completely skeptical about the entire thing. I mean, like, I had heard, great things. And, that being said, I was willing to try it, but I was a little concerned when I came over because, I had already a viewer base. Otherwise, I had already an idea of what streaming should look like. And then, all the great things I heard, and then I come over, you see less lag, you see Camcord staff in streams, you see other great, streamers. It's all mobile centric. It's easy to use. Tons of reason to be here. Tons of reasons to be here. And I'm sold. I'm not going anywhere unless somebody kicks me out. I put up my mailbox and I have a cot in the back room. Alright. I changed my mind. I'm going to show a few more attacks here because the viewer jumped a little bit thanks to Sarah showing. So we'll keep going, guys. For the new people in the stream, I'm Shaggy68. I'm the leader of the Cold September family of clans. One of the charter members of the FPC, which is the Fair Play community, where we go to arrange wars with other clans of like mindsets. This particular war I'm streaming is with another FPC clan, but a random match. We did lose the war, but we went into the war with a town hall disadvantage. It was pretty vast initially because we'd searched for an hour and a half. But they said, hey, even it up some if you can. We evened it up pretty close. We went into it about 2 bases down as far as a disadvantage. And it showed through with the Town Hall triples, Town Hall 10 triples. We had the opportunity to win, but they secured it at the top, and we just didn't do our part. They did leave one Town Hall 9 uncleared that they could have tagged on, but by that point, they had already won the war. So ultimately, it really didn't affect anything, and it was better for them to get practice at the top. Hey, Quantum Outbreak, good to see you again, buddy. The hero program is amazing. I can't tell you how excited I was last night. I started the stream and I got it going, and I'd worked, all day on the graphic that I wanted for my background. And I log on to the app right after I start the stream, and I get to see, not right after, but a bit after, I get to see the graphic that I worked my tail off on to create. Drove the clan crazy saying, hey, what do you think about it? And, it was there, and then I was listed as the top streamer based off of stats, which I streamed at a really odd time. But to have that double whammy there was crazy, man. I can't say how excited it made me about the whole streaming experiences, as a whole. Just a sense of, I don't know if it's accomplishment, but pride with it to show the clan families that I love so much right there at the top of the list was awesome. Oh, you like my graphic? You saw it? Thanks for that, Sarah. I went through. I did my own personal version of it, and then I went through 15 revisions with the clan. Blew up our GroupMe chat with them, and fortunately, we have two people in the group that are designers in some sense. One of them works in branding, and the other one is used to be a designer / photographer. And everybody gave great feedback, and then they came in and helped critique the thing to the finish. Hey, Dale, good to see you again, buddy. Black Knight, thanks for the follow. I'll tell you, one of my favorite background graphics that I've seen is Shazam X's, and it's because it's so simple and elegant. There's nothing to it. It's red and it has the Shazam symbol in the back, but it forces you to focus on the exact center portion of the screen and directs all attention there. It's literally my favorite one, I think, on the entire system. Chief Matt has a nice one too. Yeah, Morgs took a screenshot of my stream playing, so it shows me talking with a headset on, and wrote some random stuff in boxes in like black and white. He's like, "Here, use this." I don't even remember what it said. Looked like you did it with crayons. Of course, he's Cold September family, so he knows that I'm kidding, but it was hilarious. So this was Bex's attack on Big Papacito. 3-star hit for her, fresh hit. If you look on the mobile app, when I'm streaming, it shows at the very top of the mobile app. It's the black graphic with a lava hound and some pups. That graphic. I believe it says Clash with Shaggy 68, coldseptember.com, and kind of directs attention across the screen in a diagonal pattern. Morgan spent ages drawing black rectangles in Sketch. Thanks for that, Morgan. I love you, man. Leon, or Lee1, Lionel, whichever one that is. Thank you for the follow. Sorry about that, Eric. I decided to keep streaming. More people came on since Sarah had shared, and I kind of was going down the list there. Oh, now you have to rebuild it like you weren't already. So those of you that are from random other war clans or other clans, you may not realize the dedication it takes, especially from Town Hall 9s. And it's soon to be 10 because the wars are gearing to go that way. It literally takes a rebuild of a base at least once, sometimes 2 or 3 times per week, depending on who your random matches are. So we went from Reddit Omega, which we had kind of transferred a lot of the bases over from our previous arranged war with WHF, because it was just going to be farming until the next weekend, and then we couldn't get a match, but we matched Reddit Omega, and those guys are one of the top fair play clans from the Reddit War Clan system, so we had to rebuild bases then turn around and we matched War and Glory, so we had to rebuild then, and we're going to have an arranged war this weekend if nothing changes, which means they're going to have to build them one more time. So anything that gets 3-starred has to be rebuilt, especially if it was a Town Hall 9 on a 9 or a 10 on a 10. So, small tweaks if maybe an 11 drops on a 10 or a 10 drops on a 9, but these guys change bases, at least 2 to 3 times a week. And, that's hours upon hours of building bases, as we have to have them confirmed by our teammates before we roll into the next war. Shout out to Casual Clasher 20. Ask for a shout out. There you go, buddy. What is it you can't see, Revenge? what is that? Mulatto Fun. Thanks for tuning in. Hello there. The space took 4 Town Hall 9s in against Bada Bing Clan, and then a drop to 3 it. Oh, and a drop Town Hall 10 hit, and then 3-starred by Town Hall 9 in our war right off the bat. Very nice, Eric. Huh, that's kind of weird, Quantum. I'm not really sure, buddy. Maybe you were in an odd in an odd service area when it went down, and maybe it just came through. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about the Android platform, Night Owl, if you're on it, but I do know that on iOS it shows right at the top of the mobile app, man. It shows right before it shows me streaming live, before it runs into the live chat. It shows it right there. Thank you very much for that, Mulatto Fun. And hello again. Up to you, Sarah. I'm not opposed to it. I love the stream. Overall, it was just, I wasn't really sure how many people would want to hang out, and I will say that it's pretty sweet to have done this one. I did a really late night stream last night. I'm U.S. based on the East Coast, kind of Central Time Zone, but in Alabama, and I came on at like 2 a.m. because the football game that was going on, my state was represented in the national championship, and so I couldn't tune myself out of it long enough to get a stream started. So I ended up at about 2 a.m. starting a stream, ran through about 4 a.m., and then jumped on with an hour left in this particular war. So I was looking last night at how close I was to 1,000 viewers, but lost track of it earlier in the stream, and Agario Rules came on. I was like, hey, you're almost at 1,000, let's get you there, and shared the stream, and boom, I'm at 1,000 viewers this time. So huge milestone to get that first 1,000, and to have 1,000 people on. I've been streaming here maybe a month is pretty awesome for me to only been streaming like twice per week, and it's only going to go up from there because I'm going to stream more and more. My bad, Not Owl. I forgot that you were confused in life and hated iOS. Okay, so Android doesn't show anything. I'll send it to you, Night Owl, so you can see what I'm talking about. Thanks for that, Sarah. I'm pretty excited about it. Going to be some mad tweets rolling out later. All about it. I got to find Night Owl on Group Me so I can show it to him, since he's clearly confused himself by not being on Android or being on iOS. Check out Group Me, not Owl, you'll see what I'm talking about. And iOS for the win for sure. Casual Clasher, I've already given you a shout out, buddy. There's your second one. Hang around long enough to hear it. Ooh, Sarah with the hammer. I like it. So 39 viewers in stream right now, 674 views this time, 32,000 hearts. Shout out to Apples for continuing to press that button at 7K. Morgan for dropping 4K, and Revenge for dropping 4K. The other ones that had big numbers have tuned off because the war ended. But thank you guys for hanging out. Going through Queasy or K-Weezy. In on JP Snipe, it's either or, he says, but I prefer K-Weezy. Oh, you didn't. What are you talking about? Was my favorite moderator. She did the right thing. That was awesome. Revenge says Sajin mod for life. Funny story, Revenge. I was involved with the original Sajin mod builds back way before he became ever public. When he took over for Jesus Freak, when Jesus Freak stepped out of the Android mod game, I say mod, I'm going to use hacker game. on the XDA forums, and Sajin took over. One of my very good friends from Birmingham, Alabama, Wes Garner, was on the Sajin mod team, and I helped him with his portion of the builds, and was part of the reason that apps to SD was originally implemented, and I was also part of the overclock team. So go figure. Oh, because she said iOS for the win. I love Android. I just needed a swap, so I eventually swapped over to an iPhone because I already had an iPad and a MacBook Air, and now I have an iMac, which complements that. So I had to swap to iPhone. It just made sense for my messages to go to everything, my photos to go to everything. So I had to make that swap. How long have I been playing? 2 years. December of 2013 is the first time I downloaded and logged on to the game, and haven't quit since. Bag Arch Party, thank you for the follow. No, I didn't swap to the dark side by any means. But with if you know anything about the early days of Android, you know, it came out, and unfortunately there were a lot of things that were built into Android that were not taken advantage of. Apps to SD being one of them, just to expand your storage space. They didn't allocate enough RAM to the devices. They were underclocking the CPUs on the devices. There was a number of things when the G1 rolled out, and I was a Linux guy already at that time, and it just made sense to take control of it, to take that ownership of it, and to do some things that you weren't theoretically supposed to do. So in doing so, you know, I helped out with those hacks at that time and made Android a better space. Later, at a later date, I worked for T-Mobile, or no, actually at the same date, I worked for T-Mobile, but I got involved with their product development team and helped Samsung, LG, who else had them? HTC and a few others develop their versions of Android and make them more efficient. Hi, Brandon. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, Quantum Outbreak's right. Rooting took care of pretty much all of those issues when you're in Android. How I feel about the update. Haven't answered it today, but I'll be happy to tell you it's broken and it was wrong. Town Hall 11 was rushed. There was no point in adding it to the game. All they had to do was give Town Hall 10 a little bit of attention to balance the game itself. For Town Hall 10, I don't understand why you would roll out a brand new Town Hall and a brand new hero if Town Hall 10 has literally been nothing but an expansion of 9, except for defensively. Town Hall 10 has no hero of its own. It has no additional troops that a Town Hall 9 can't use. So to jump straight to another Town Hall level without adding additional troops makes no sense to me. It just wasn't what the game needed. The loot system they broke, obviously they're fixing that, or they're working towards it. The personal break timer, they've adjusted it to make it better, but you know, anytime the game kicks you out of the game that you want to play, a game you spent 2 years playing, in my case, and you know it, you love it, you're super involved with war, and you may be streaming and not be able to, you know, you may be kicked off because you're streaming, or you may have you know, been coordinating attacks for your team, and then you get kicked off when, you know, in the last 20 minutes of war, when you need to do your attacks. It's a broken system. If you're going to kick me off of a game, cool, so I can get rated, but just do it once. Preferably don't kick me off the game at all, just let me get rated while I'm online. Quantum says, first favorite was the HTC Thunderbolt. I had that after I swapped from T-Mobile to Verizon. Oh, Spencer online? Spencer, what's up, buddy? I've been sitting way up in chat, not paying attention here. Good to see you again, man. So, Mulatto Fun just started a channel recently. Wants everybody to follow him there in chat. Sarah says it's not how you get followers. I agree with that, but, you know, doesn't hurt to ask, I guess. La Familia, thanks for the follow. Cooper, thanks for the follow. Good to see you, Spencer, man. Hey, sorry for cold dropping you the line message. I'd had your contact info forever ago. It was given to me for whatever reason, and after you tuned in that time when Powerbang and I were talking, I was like, you know what? I need to at least say thanks for tuning in, because, you know, even however you look at it, you know, we kind of operate in two separate sides of the Clash world, but it's always nice when you're able to build the relationships cross-platform and share them. And, you know, I had a lot of fun that day talking with you, talking with Powerbang. So thanks for tuning back in, man. Thanks for sharing, Cooper. You basically follow Sarah around. She's awesome, and I don't know about her backside, but that's funny. You hope that stalking is attractive. That is, like Bartry Party says, that's true love there. She likes the stalking. Quantum Outbreak says, being attacked multiple times, over 30% damage, and full troops used no shield. What do you mean, buddy? You're saying that you've been hit and you didn't get a shield? Hey, Revenge, thanks for tuning in, buddy, and thanks for hanging out for so long. Thanks for all the hearts. Hopefully I'll catch you next time. Should have an arranged war coming up this weekend, and pending whatever our next war search, I didn't even look to see if we've searched again, but pending our next war search, we may have another awesome war like this, because a lot of the FPC is rolling at about the same schedule right now, I think. So we could be really lucky or really unlucky with the next match. And, you know, who knows? I may be streaming again this week before the weekend. Android bug only. There's a message above what you just read. That'll make sense of all of this. Oh, okay. You're having the latest bug. Okay. So Android's apparently got a bug. Maybe where it's posting late things. Maybe that's what that is. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Quantum. So anyway, guys, this is the replay of Cold September versus War and Glory. The war finished a little bit ago. They did come out with the advantage. They went into it after we kind of finalized things up with about a 2 Town Hall advantage. They ended it with 2 triples that we weren't able to pull at the top. Most of that's my fault, specifically because I underperformed this war. Pulled 5 stars last war, bullying Town Hall 10s as a 10.5, and then turn around this war and couldn't do anything. Like, I had 2 plans, my deployment was off, and I complicated my second attack for no reason. If I would have just went straight into the core, it would have been an easy 3-star, and I went about it all wrong and let my team down. So unfortunately, you know, it's kind of my fault that we didn't close the gap this time, even with the disadvantage. And attack was absolutely beast. I agree with that for sure, Tullius. I played that one just a few minutes ago, a little bit ago, because it was one of those that I was really impressed with. Oh, wow, okay, so Cold September, I'm not Cold September, wow. Clash of Clans has an Android bug in Clash that you can be attacked multiple times with over 30% damage and half or full army being used but given no shield. I was not aware of that. Thanks, Morris. I'll see you in game, buddy, or on Group Me. We'll bash each other throughout the rest of your summer break. So War and Glory, another FPC clan, Fair Play Community clan. Same as Cold September. We're one of the charter members of the group. They came in a little bit later, share the same values, the same mentality, and do arranged wars every weekend. They rolled from a war with Bada Bing Clan straight into the war with us. So they've had 2 FPC matches back to back. Their first one was an arranged war. Ours was a random war. I think they beat Bada Bing Clan, and then we rolled into this one and they beat us by 2 stars. Like I said, a little bit of an advantage, but our Town Hall 9s kind of made up for it because they went in and had a ton of round 1 triples and were able to help scout 10s. Our 11s just weren't able to perform as well as theirs this war. I haven't heard that either, Sarah. You're at McDonald's eating a Big Mac. You should get some apples. I think they serve those. Alright, this was Miku's attack on number 38. Crazy nuker. I'll clean up from here. Speed this one up. Move into the next one and go on to a few more. 2 hours and 15 minutes in a stream. Down to 28 viewers, so odds are probably won't go too much longer, guys. 34,000 hearts, about to cross the mark for 35,000. 722 views this stream, and some amazing replays to be seen. So here's Dynamite in on Fast and Crazy. Jaws, thanks for the follow, buddy. You attacked it first and fell for 98%. That's tough, Tullius. That's the worst kind. Like, you know, you gotta love the fact that you set someone else up for success. But you know that last 2 or 3%, it's a killer. And, you know, a 99% raid, 98% raid. None of those are easy to swallow. Nilak, what is that? Nilaka losers. Thanks for the follow. Serious Dan says keep going. I mean, as long as we have interaction, I'm not going to talk through, you know, dead chat or whatever. I don't have that much to talk about. Streamed till 4 a.m. this morning. JD says that bug is not true. Haven't seen it. Quantum argues that with 3 100% attacks and a handful of 50s and no shield after 1 million in resources lost in less than 24 hours. That's pretty rough. Sorry guys, responding to a group me message real quick. Alright, so Nilak is from War and Glory 2, and War and Glory said it was a blast. It absolutely was, buddy. You know, we couldn't have asked for a better random match, and are super thankful that, you know, they hooked us up. Are you a virgin? Thanks for the follow. That's an epic name. Alright, Sarah's going to ask a source about the bug. They don't have, quote, special androids like fluffy bunnies. Serious Dan, I'm feeding a baby right now and can't clash, but I can watch your replays, which are good. My clan is trying to go, I guess that's, I don't know what FDC is. I don't know if you mean FPC or what, but Arranged Wars by next week, which is awesome. What's the 35,000, Mulatto? Thanks for the follow again, Dan. Alright, here is my mini account that was not even supposed to be in the war. Bless its heart, it got pulled in, it was opted out. I had it in stream, in the clan, so I could watch live replays when we battled Reddit Omega. So I could do replays on my iPad and then watch for lives on this one. And they opted it into the war when we did our war search for 40 people. And just to make an even number, here it is in the war. Pulled 5 stars, should have been 6, but my baby Archer Queen at level 6 there wasn't able to get in far enough because a couple of Teslas popped and killed my golem. forcing me to basically flip my attack upside down. I was going to go from the left to the right and went right to left, trying to compensate to get the queen down from the loon splash damage. And, it's kind of heartbreaking, but still, for a baby account where their lowest heroes was like, I don't know, 14, 15 levels, I felt pretty good about it. Where did I get the clan shield behind me? That clan shield right there, which is 20 inches wide and even longer than it is wide. It's 3 dimensions. It was built by a co-leader of Cold September, a great friend of mine, Fatty CS. He does woodworking on the side and, wanted like as a hobby. And he said, hey, Shaggy, I've got this really cool idea. I want to build the Cold September member. I'm going to make it 3D. I'm going to make it massive. If I build it, would you want it? I appreciate everything you do for the clan. I appreciate you pushing our media. I appreciate, you kind of just creating an environment where everybody wants to be. And I'd love to build it for you if you'll let me. How do you feel about that? And I said, well, dude, if you build it, I've got a place for it for sure. I very much appreciate that and love you for it. And, I can't wait to see it. And so it started with 1x4, boards, and he buttoned them together and he built this thing. So there's three layers. You've got the backdrop that holds the black at the top right and left, as well as the skirt on the bottom. And then you have the shield itself, and then you have the CS on top of it. So it's a full 3 inches or so that it sticks out, and the craftsmanship is unbelievable. Guy did a phenomenal job on it, and I can't say that I love him, any more than I already do at this point. Huge bromance going on for that thing. Yes, also shout out to Vincent from War and Glory for canceling the eagle that he dropped during war prep. We were working to try to average things up, and then he dropped an eagle, and I was like, dude, you said even it up and we'll hold as close as we can. So Ange hit him up. I said, hey dude, I know that you farm hard, and I know that you're just doing it for natural progression, but can you please cancel that eagle for this war? We want to make it as tight as we can. So shout out to Vincent for doing so. Later, Malito. Sarah says that the source, who she trusts, says they doubt that it's possible as far as that glitch goes for Android. Ardines, thanks for the follow. Sarah says that it sounds like it may be a non-fair play aspect that's causing that. I don't think that that's really going to affect how it inputs to the server. Maybe I'm wrong. I know, a little bit as far as servers and programming of mobile apps. I've had a few of them that I've helped develop, but it's possible. I mean, they could somehow, hijack the server, but I wouldn't think it would record the attack. I don't know. I'd have to put some thought into it, but maybe. It sounds server side to me, though. Sarah knows probably more about it than I do. Go to Clash forums on December 26th. People are claiming it's true. Cool. Well, I've never seen it. I've had none of my guys complain about it. Just the personal break is really their biggest thing, and losing loot anyway. Is it possible that you can get one shield? Maybe. I don't know. Can you? This was my mini account's base being hit. This is, again, not a true Cold September account. It's just what I used to help me stream, and they threw it in war. So normally we wouldn't have this style account there, and that's way below what we recruit as a clan family at this point. But I guess because it's mine, they thought it would be safe to put in. I mean, it did its job. I mean, it gave 5 stars and gave up only 3, so can't argue too much from it. Huh. Interesting, Quantum. I'm definitely going to check that out because I'm interested to see it and to know about it as well. Trying to pull up the FPC thread here. WHF had a random match against We Are Raiders. After they matched with us, they had, I don't remember who it was, someone, another big clan, and they hit We Are Raiders right after that in a random search. And We Are Raiders did pull the win, 84-87. They had a few Town Hall 10 and 11 difference, I believe. But they had a 3-3-star difference as well, which is the difference in the score. He hasn't been streaming too much lately. I think the wars that he's had have been so tight that he hasn't been able to. He's going to be streaming this weekend, I believe. They've got an arranged war. Well, arranged war is pretty well stacked out through, what is it, February, late February, I think, that they have arranged wars stacked out through. So I'm sure he's going to be getting on it pretty soon. But these last couple of wars were too tight for him to really have time to be able to stream from what we were talking about. Yeah, he was on this past weekend, but past that, during the final part of last week and the early part of this week, he's had some crazy matches happen. I guess because he's kind of aligned to where he can make these arranged happen, and now he's getting great matches otherwise. Because so many clans run their arranged wars on weekends that basically, everybody finishes up within an hour or two of one another. Come, Sunday or Monday, depending on when they start them, but usually on Sunday. And then because you have, 30 clans in a pool that are all finishing wars within, 1 to 4 hours of each other, say, by the end of the week or midway through the week, people are kind of hitting one right after the other as long as they haven't matched in the previous 20 days. That's the only stipulation that I've ever heard or seen come true, is that if you've matched somebody within 20 days, that you can't hit them, but past that, it's a wide open game for anybody to match up. What was the number one war clan in the USA right now? Fair play. I don't know. Our clan's international. I'm based in the US. One Hobbs International. They're based in the US. WHF is international. They're based in the US. I don't know. There's no way to judge or answer that. I believe War and Glory has people from all over the world. I don't know. Apple's, yes, it is on Android. If you're on Android, you can stream without a computer directly from your device. Android allows that capability. Apple's a little bit more of a pain to program that in because of the way they lock down their system. So Android people get to do it, and iOS people don't right now. Where is it you're from, Sarah? You told me at one point, I don't remember, so I'm not relevant to the story. Was it Seattle? Negative 15 out, blowing snow. Nope. Not for me. That's why I live in the South. Ohio. Wow, okay. I should have known that. I've traveled the state of Ohio and the state of Pennsylvania probably as much as I have the state of Alabama. So I worked in the oil and gas industry for roughly 5 years as a salesperson, and that was part of my territory. So it happens. Serious Dan says, shout out to Sonny's Warriors. Used to live in Seattle. That's where I'm getting the story from. That's right. That may have actually been from our line conversation. You want to drop so you can go snowmobiling. Fatty, the guy that made that thing, is huge into snowmobiling. And I've got a great friend that does the circle track racing on snowmobiles in Michigan. The Chartier team. Malcolm, being one of the core drivers, is a buddy of mine. Embarrassing moment of my childhood? I don't even remember my childhood, so that's a tough one to answer. I think in elementary school, before it started, I tried going into a girl's bathroom, but I was like 5, so I don't know that that would be the most embarrassing moment. I just don't remember a lot of things. You talking about the snowmobile racing? They travel that entire northern section, and they go up into Canada some. The last 3 years, I think they were the number 1 in the circuit that they run. I think the finals were in North Dakota last year, if I remember properly. Maybe it wasn't. It was Montana is where the finals were, I believe. Or maybe it was the year before it was in Montana, and the year after that it was in Canada. I don't remember. Anyway, they live up in Fairbanks, so that's kind of where their home base is. And then they travel the entire north doing that. Omega, thanks for the follow. Alright guys, ran it a little bit longer than planned. We're going to do another replay here. Going to call it a day. I've shown most of the replays, so I know they're in the archive. And at least from the Cold September side, and then I've got probably all of them, but 1 or 2 of the War and Glories. And I couldn't even tell you what those are. So they're all available for replay for anybody that wants to go back and watch them. Do you know the answer to this question? What question, Apples? Omega, you'd have to go to the website. It shows right there on the left-hand side of your screen where it says join us, coldseptember.com. You have to go to the website and apply, and you have to make it through our trial plan. And then we judge whether you fit better with Cold September or Cold Sept if you're going to fit into the family, buddy. Cold September currently is at 62 member accounts, over 50 members itself that we have to rotate in and out of the clan from the people that want to be part of it. Cold Sept is setting right at or right under 50. So, they bring them in as they prove themselves. Red Lion? How many L's is that? Okay, Red Lion, thanks for the follow. Indiana, 45 minutes from Fort Wayne. Wow. Do I want to hear a joke about pizza? Break it down there, Apples. Thanks for the G's, Red Lion, I guess. That is probably the worst drive in the state of Alabama, is either between Cincinnati and Toledo or Cincinnati and Columbus. Those are like the flattest areas that you can possibly drive in the north. And it's maddening because you feel like you're a lot closer to things than you are. It's a lot like being in the Southwest. Thanks for that, Mulatto Fun. Galadon, Don't Fail, and Thug Life. Thanks for the follows, guys. Apple's joke was cheesy, so killed it. That's funny. Alright, guys. I'm going to wrap it up here. 2.5 hours into the stream, 800 views, 27 people in chat right now. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys that shared the stream for doing so. I'm going to read Harry Tubman's question. Does Cold Sept have the same requirements to join as Cold September? No, their requirements are slightly lower. They show on the website it's a 2K base weight difference, and they're a little more lenient if they show pretty close to the requirements. But the recruiting team actually operates with Castles and the entire leadership team from Cold Sept, and depending upon their needs, they drop them or raise them week by week to ensure that their team's just as full. Kristen, thanks for the follow. Thanks for that, Apples, and thank you very much, Sarah. Can't wait to see you guys again. So, Shaggy68 from Cold September brought you the finale of Cold September versus War and Glory, 2 FPC clans that were randomly matched going head-to-head. Thank you guys for tuning in, and if you haven't already, hit that follow button. I'll see you next time, hopefully, probably this weekend, unless we get another awesome match right after this with another arranged war from the Cold September family. So Good luck in what your clan wars have going on this week, and I'll hopefully talk to you then. Thanks, guys.